This is our second and last assignment on multiplying polynomials. A couple different cases we haven't seen. So for Roman numeral 1 here, we only saw two that looked like this. And if you're thinking, no, we did a lot that looked like this, well, you'll see as I go through the problems that something a little different happens. In Roman numeral 2, we have not seen those. And at the bottom here, you can see it's a trinomial times a binomial. So that would finish it out. So here we go. It's still the same distributive property, x times x, x squared, x times 7, 7x. Now I'm going to distribute negative 7, negative 7x, minus 49. We go to combine like terms in the middle, and notice we have a plus 7x and a minus 7x. They cancel to 0, which I'm not going to write in my answer. And I end up here, x squared minus 49. So we saw, I think, one on the assignment like that. So we will see more today. And you can tell that's going to happen. The two binomials look the same, except the signs are different. And that's exactly the case there. So you can try this one. Again, feel free ever to pause and try it on your own. 3 times 3 is 9. X times x is x squared. Careful you don't add that 3 in the 3. That is multiplication. 3 times negative 6, negative 18x. Now here we go. Positive 18x. There's your 0 in the middle. Minus 36. And this number on the end will always be negative because we're doing a positive times a negative. And same thing as before. I don't have to write the 0 this time. There you go. They have the same form, a squared variable minus a number, and same. So you'll see a little more practice with that on the assignment. Now these, you can't just square t and square 4 like we did when we practiced exponents. That's when this was a monomial inside parentheses. When you see the subtraction and addition sign, that means these are binomials. So what you're going to do is just think, something to the second power, right, times itself. So that essentially is a binomial multiplication problem. Maybe think of it, as a disguise. But it is a typical problem, and you'll just have to write it out twice. Do what you always do. Distribute t, distribute negative 4, and see the pattern here. That is not 0 in the middle. They're both negative. So I'm going to add them, and it'll just double. Okay, so that's a minus 8t. So I still have t squared there. And I still have a positive. Actually, I'm going to have a positive number out here if these are both the same sign. Okay, so same over here. You can try it. I'll write it out twice to begin. And off you go. Distribute y. Distribute 5. I forgot the y there. There we go. 5y. And 5 times 5 is 25. Again, combine in the middle. They do not cancel. They're both positive. It doubles to 10y. And I'm done. Okay, so finally, we have the and this is as big as it will get, everyone. A trinomial times a binomial. So notice this one, the trinomials first. Down here, the binomials first. You'll get the same answer, but I will tell you, most people prefer the binomial first. I think it's a little easier. So up here, I'm going to rewrite this problem. I'm going to put the 2x minus 2 in the front. Okay, so all I'm doing is just rewriting it. It's multiplication, so I'm allowed to switch the order. Okay, you see what I did? These two traded places. Okay, so now I'm going to distribute 2x, but I have to distribute that 2x 3 times. So 2x times x squared, we're going to get an x to the third power. 2x times 5x is 10x squared, and 2x times negative 3 is negative 6x. Now I'm going to distribute negative 2 3 times. So these problems have 6 multiplications. Okay, negative 2 times x squared is negative 2x squared. I'm going to write it underneath the other x squared, because I'm going to combine like terms. Negative 2 times positive 5x is negative 10x. And negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. See what I'm doing? I'm going to draw a line here. I'm going to combine like terms. There is no like term for the x to the third. Adding these two x squared terms gives me positive 8. Adding these two x terms gives me negative 16x, and just bring down the plus 6. That's my answer here. And I'll show you this other one. You can try it yourself. I'll arrange my work a little differently, but it's the same thing. 6x times 3x squared, 18x to the third. 6x times x is 6x squared. 6x times 4, 24x. So instead of stacking them like I did there, I'm just going to keep writing them out in a big line. Some people do it that way. Negative 5 times 3x, negative 15x squared. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. And negative 5 times positive 4 is negative 20. So now, to the combined like terms, that's my only x to the third. Bring that down into your answer. And you can cross it out if you want. Now there's an x squared. Here's another x squared. Look on the left of each number before you add them. Positive 6 plus negative 15 is negative 9x squared. Okay, I have two x terms up here. Again, one positive, one negative. Positive 19x. And last but not least is the negative 20. So that really is all of the multiplication we need to know. If you need any help, let me know. The assignment is exactly what I just showed you. Okay, some where you cancel and get 0 in the middle. Some where you have to write them out twice. Some binomial times trinomial. And there's a little arrow at the bottom. Yes, there's a back of just practicing some distributive property where this multiplication all began, and some typical binomial multiplication. Do your best, and let me know if you need help.